Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Reagan. This is the first episode video I've ever posted, I'm ever going to be posting. First of many, and I'm just really happy that I'm finally doing this. I've had the thought to put up YouTube videos or start a podcast or whatever for a while now. I have the gift of gab, I certainly can yap, so I'm really happy that I'm actually doing this. This was actually a very spur of the moment thing I decided to do, and before I get into it, background, intro, this whole thing is kind of going to be my background story, but I graduated from UConn this past spring with a degree in mechanical engineering, a minor in astrophysics, and ever since then I've been living the post-college life of kind of just shoved off the cliff, be good, we don't care about you anymore, goodbye, figure it out, go be an adult, work a 9 to 5, and figure it out, don't give a shit about you anymore, adios. So with that, I have certainly been going through a transformational period, especially because I made 2 big decisions, a lot of plans changed, and a lot of things are up in the air for me right now. So background on my situation, where I'm at. I graduated, like I said. I had an internship in mechanical engineering because I planned on going back to grad school for mechanical engineering, and I just assumed I was going to go back to school. I was going to do research. I had a professor to do research under. It was all great. And soon into working my job, to no fault of the company, it's really nothing personal against them, but I very quickly realized that I am not built for the 9 to 5 life, at least not in mechanical engineering. And I don't mean that as like a I can't work, oh my god, all the stuff that people complain about with Gen Z. I just mean that as fundamentally, in my core, in my soul, my deepest desires, I know I'm not built for a 9 to 5. The thought of working a 9 to 5 job for my entire life has truly disgusted me since I was 11 or 12 years old. I remember having Instagram way back in the day when it was first a thing, and when I had a blue iPod Touch, and I followed all of these entrepreneurial accounts because the ones that post like the blurry photos of mansions that say like wake up, grind, blah, 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 like all the classic things like that. I followed all those, and I always just knew I didn't want a 9 to 5. I didn't want a basic office life. I wanted a life of freedom. I wanted to be able to have freedom of time, freedom of money, freedom to do what I wanted, and have my own security and not be dependent on external sources for my income, my money, etc. Flash forward to college, I figured that little ambition would just float away and I could, live the normal life. Because if you don't work a 9 to 5, then the fuck do you do? Figure it out, like you start a business, you become an influencer, all things that people look down upon. And part of the reason that I was really inspired to finally put this video out there was because today, I don't even know what it was on, maybe Instagram or something. I don't really use Instagram. I check it on browser mode sometimes, 3 accounts that I like to check, and TikTok I have just to start posting videos. I don't scroll on it at all. I'm trying to get away from the mindless scrolling. It's bad. But anyways, saw a video that was someone asking ChatGPT about why they should pursue their dreams and the regrets they'd have if they don't. And ChatGPT's answer really just made me reflect on the state of living that we're all told we should kind of follow, and how a lot of people listen to their fears and their ego and their limiting beliefs, and they keep themselves in the same path of safety, in the same path of living an acceptable job by society's standards, just to stay safe, and they ignore everything that their soul is telling them. They ignore all their deepest desires. They ignore thoughts of the life they'd want to live for themselves, or their type of relationships they'd want to have, and all of the beautiful things that they desire, that they're meant to have. You don't desire things you're not meant to have in terms of big picture stuff. You don't desire to just I don't know, I'm not even gonna say an example, but it makes me very upset, very mad to think about people being stuck in this pattern of thinking and feeling like there's no way out of it, and they're just stripped of freedom to truly live a life that they want, because life is short, and I will be damned if I don't do my best to try to spread the word and all the things that I have learned and all the things I've always felt and known, that we are made for more than just an office. We're made for more than 9 to 5. We're made for more than working even 7 to 3, 8 to 4, 9 to 5, get home, 30 minutes of traffic, eat something, go to the gym, shower. Oh, it's 9 p.m. You gotta go to bed at 10 or whatever. You're not made to be living a proper life in the 5 to 9 when you get home from a 9 to 5. That is not life to me. That's not living. And it's a very different story if you're working a job that really lights you up, that really fulfills you. I'm talking just the soul-sucking, draining 9 to 5 monotonous life that some people feel like they're stuck living. I don't want anyone to be living that. I don't want to be living that. I don't want anyone to suffer through that. And my sort of background with this now, we'll go back to me even starting college. I've always loved environmental science, geology, earth sciences. I love astronomy. I was watching How the Universe Worked in 6th grade. It was my shit. I love it. I have an astrophysics minor. I love space. That's what got me into natural sciences, minus, again, always loving earth science. And that's actually what got me into STEM. So when I was picking my major, I knew if I just did geology or environmental science, you don't make as much money as a scientist. Scientists generally don't necessarily make that much money. It depends, obviously, everything's different, but compared to engineering, oh my god, excuse me. Holy shit. Okay. Compared to engineering, they don't make so much money. So engineering was a safer bet in terms of money, and I was thinking from the perspective of all the beliefs that I've been taught throughout my whole life, that you need to have a good paying job that actually is meaningful in order to be successful, in order to be seen as a valuable member of society, right? Like, you don't want to choose what people see as a joke of a major, because that's going to leave you rejected, abandoned, judged, etc. All the things that your ego fears the most. And so I went the mechanical engineering path. Is thermodynamics or fluid dynamics my passion? No. Did I really love and adore the course content? No. But did it give me a technical background that can apply to a lot of other fields and shows that I know how to critically think and, work like an engineer and everything? Yes. So I'm blessed that I did that, because mechanical engineering is the most broad field that I could pick within engineering that could apply to other jobs. But the 2 big decisions that I made this past summer was not going back to grad school this year and not going back to my internship, taking a leap of faith. And in the time that I have between now and I would say next year, ideally for grad school, I'd like to do a bit of a different format. I still want to go for environmental engineering or geological sciences or geotechnical engineering. That's what I want to go for. So the decision to not go back to grad school is because it was going to be for mechanical engineering, and I did not want to do that. I only enrolled in it because I kind of felt like I should be doing it. Even talking to professors, they were like, why do you want to do it? And I was like, it gets you higher pay? I don't know, don't ask me. So going off the grad school track was kind of really derailing from what I thought was going to be the proper path. Anyways, so I chose to go to grad school next year to kind of follow a more aligned path with the field I actually want to go into, rather than just staying in the same field. And because if I wait a year, I don't have to pay for grad school. That's my main thing. I don't want to pay for it. I was going to do a research route. I can do a research route in environmental still. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to take out loans. I'm not exactly the richest human on the planet right now. I'm definitely not. My money situation is not bad. It always could be worse. I'm grateful to have money saved up from the summer, but it's not like I have $30,000 just in my checking account that I can just away to grad school. Anyways, so this past summer, again, took a leap of faith, not going to grad school, and my internship, I could have returned to it. If I returned to my internship, I could have had a stable job. I could have worked until grad school, assuming they actually got the approval to get me back, because they said they wanted me back, and then they made me wait, whatever. But I could have had a stable, secure job, and I chose to not do that. I chose to actually listen to my deep desires and what I want. And you know what? I was in a really shit mood about 30 minutes ago, maybe, when I first started my attempt at recording this, because I just feel so stuck. And it's a really shitty feeling to be like, I'm just gonna trust that everything's gonna work out, and everything always works out, and the universe never says no, and everything works out in perfect timing. All these things are true, but when it feels like the perfect timing is taking such a long time for it to work out, it's hard for me to stay patient and hopeful and successful. So anyways, I haven't even gotten to the end point, so I decided not to go back to the internship, and I decided to fully kind of switch gears and fling myself into the field of environmental geotechnical geology. And so far, I've had interviews. I have to wait to hear back. Next week I should hear, but it's taken a longer time than I would have liked. Probably also just the standard time for onboarding for a lot of places, and especially difficult because I don't really have that background of environmental engineering or geotechnical or geology, but I know I can apply my skills to the job, so it's fine. But it's been really scary to just sit in feeling unemployed. Everything is about perspective, you know, the way you want to think about it changes how you feel. And I keep joking that I'm unemployed because I'm scared that other people are going to judge me and think that and be saying that about me. So if I say it about myself first, then it doesn't really feel as bad. But realistically, I am between jobs. I made a smart decision for myself, and I actually listened to what my soul really wants and my true desires, and I don't regret that. But it's definitely taught me a lot because, I don't know, I've been in a period of self-discovery for a while now, like not even a year, but I was in a grind of blackout stress for pretty much all of high school and college. I always took honors AP classes. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school. I was like very well accomplished. College, I had a very hard major, a hard minor. I was president and captain of my soccer team my junior, spring, and fall senior year. And in those 2 semesters, I had 6 classes in both semesters. So it wasn't really until this past spring that I actually kind of got a break from always being so stressed and busy, and got to actually take a step back and take time to reflect on who I actually am and what I want and all of those things. But definitely been a journey, and my story kind of applies to me wanting people to feel like they have freedom in their lives and that they don't have to just fit in a box of society or work a 9-to-5 job that they hate or things like that, because I'm taking a chance on myself right now, and I'm not exactly living in a way that I thought I would be. If you told me last year at this time that this was a situation I was in, I'd probably be like, oh fucking shit, like what the fuck, what am I doing? Nothing's gonna work out. I'd be so stressed out. But it just takes, I don't know, taking a leap of faith, actually going into it full force and trusting myself. But it's really fucking hard to be patient. Let me just tell you that. It's really fucking hard. But yeah, I don't know. I really just want to start posting to put myself out there and share my experience in my own personal development story and growing out of my limiting beliefs and improving my habits and improving my thinking and everything, because I find so much value in all the things that I've learned and what I've been exposed to and the ways that I've grown in not even a year, that I feel like I have a lot of value in the things that I can share and talk about and help other people with, because the knowledge that I've learned should not be confined to just those who are lucky enough to have it come across their For You page and stuff, like a random coach or anything, you know? I want to be able to put out all the information I've learned and the habits that I've improved, because it has changed my life. It has made me more connected to myself and my desires, and it's made me a better person. And I just want people to be free. I want them to live a life not based on the subconscious programming of their ego, or again, their subconscious, and beliefs that were programmed into them throughout the span of their whole lives that they may not even know are controlling the grand majority of their present day reality. Because if there's anything I've learned in the past year of my life, it's that your subconscious is what directly affects your conscious and your present day reality. And you can only achieve as much as you believe you can achieve. Our thoughts directly affect our reality. And every human has the power to control their beliefs, change their thoughts, change their habits, and shift it to one that actually aligns with making them the person they want to be. And this is just a very raw beginning of kind of my story and stuff. And it's not perfect. I'm not perfect right now at all. I'm still very much so on a journey, but I want to put myself out there and kind of show people what it's like to be in that journey of shifting away from maybe the norm or the normal path or what you're expected to do, and just more towards a life of actually being aligned with what you want, even if it's not exactly what you thought would be the right thing to do. So that is pretty much the gist of where I've been at. Please ignore me right now. This is a very rough start. Like I said, you guys are getting me very organically. Organic. And a lot of likes and ums in this. I'm really good at yapping, but it's gonna be a process to cut out the in-between words that kind of make me sound a bit Gen Z. So anyways, that's the gist. I might just full send upload this, no editing, and just see how it lands. Or just put it out there. I don't even care if I get a view and it's me. Or whatever. Just the fact that I'm putting myself out there and posting stuff like this, I hope it's a bit of an, I don't know, maybe shows other people they can do the same. Or that it's okay to follow what they actually want to do. And you don't have to worry about what other people think of you. Because one thing with posting too, because I posted random stuff in my Snapchat story, is that I know as well that anyone who's judging you, their judgments are a direct reflection of their own insecurities and their own internal state. If someone is constantly saying negative things and judging someone, it's because they're absolutely miserable on the inside. They might not even know it, but people like that are just, I don't really care. I don't really care what they have to say. So anyways, I want everyone to be able to live as their best, most organic selves. So plant those roots and get them growing, and you guys will be seeing a lot more of me. This is a video that I hope to look back on in a few years and be like, wow, like that was interesting. And you could tell I'm new to this. But anyways, I will see you in the next one. I'm gonna go drink my chamomile tea and reflect on the fact that I might just post this straight on YouTube, even though it is a bit rough. But it's okay. Everyone's got to start somewhere. So hope everyone has a great day, a great night, a great afternoon, wherever you are. And good night from me and Anakin.